Hey guys, Teragi here. This is round 6 of the online treasure cup on Lim. This time it's versus GP Luffy once again. Started this video off a little bit late here, but it's my opponent's second on turn. They play the Nami, find a Luffy Taro off the search. From there they go ahead and swing 6 to lead. The Lim GP Luffy matchup can get out of control very quickly. The ideal for me is to get as many bodies out on the field as quickly as possible, keep applying pressure with 6k swings, make my opponent run out of cards, and if I have the opportunity to KO a Sanji pudding with Sakazuki, I will do my best to take it so that they don't get too many. Early on, they will typically take life. I go ahead and swing 6 here. They take it no problem. I use leader ability. Play out the Doflamingo blocker, keep myself safe here. There's two different game plans that you're looking at when you're playing Lim versus GP Luffy, depending on which deck list you're running. Again, one strategy is to just have as many 6k power bodies as possible, and just keep poking out until they can't handle the pressure, or to get as many blockers up as possible to play out a 9k Zoro, keep it safe, and then just swing with that. Here they play the 4k Zoro, that lets you rest a 4 cost or less, I believe. They go ahead and rest my Lim, then they swing 3 with their Nami. I go ahead and take that because I have no way of defending it afterwards. Then they swing 5 to lead. I block with my Doflamingo, they pass. And here ideally I'm looking for the 3 Slim Searcher as well as another body, just to again maintain that pressure, develop as many bodies as possible, and potentially set up for continuous swings and restands with the Mihawk that restands, or the 9k Zoro. So here I start off with A5 to lead. They go ahead and take. Typically that'll be the case with GP Luffy. They hit a trigger with the Nami Searcher and look at top 5. And so in this ideal where I do see the 9-drop Zoro, them going down to life early is very good for us. I go ahead and play the 3 Slim, which is perfect. I look at top 5 for Odyssey. Here I'm just trying to decide, either I'm looking for a blocker, an NL, or a Sabo. In this case I do see another blocker, so if I do have the 9k Zoro in hand, or if I find it, that'll be very, very good. I likely go out and play this now, but I'll go ahead and do that after swinging 7 to lead. And they take, which is very, very good for Lim. Because next turn I'll either be swinging with a lot of bodies, restanding, and continuing to swing, or I can play a 9k Zoro to threaten the game the turn after that. So in this case I go ahead and play out a second blocker, restand the Lim, and restand the Doflamingo, and then I pass. So very comfortable position. I have 3 bodies to my opponent's 1, but they do have the Luffy Taro that'll likely come out along with a Sanji pudding if they have it, or a 4k Zoro. They rest 7, play the Luffy Taro, -1 Dawn, and then play the Sanji pudding, draw 1 card. Go ahead and use the leader ability, bring back 1 Dawn with the Sanji pudding, 6k leader now. Find the stage, draw 1 card. That makes it a little bit harder for us to clear that Sanji pudding comfortably. If I have Sakazuki in hand, it might have to wait another turn. So here my opponent's trying to decide, do I want to swing lead, maintain pressure, possibly play the rush Luffy if I have it, or do I want to try to clear his blockers and make sure he's not as safe when I go to push for game later on. But he goes ahead and swings 6 to my blocker. I give him a 1k Mihawk, not ideally the one that we would be pitching, but maybe not a lot of other options at this moment. But overall, very comfortable position for us. 3 life, 3 bodies on the board. They have 3 bodies as well, but if we can maintain pressure, this is not a bad spot. But again, the longer the game goes, the better it is for GP, unless we can make them run out of cards. So just have to keep pressure, keep poking, and try to clear out as much as we can. Here I give them a second Mihawk blocker, or restand Mihawk. They go ahead and pass. I restand my characters. I get my remaining 2 Dawn, now at 10. And then draw 1. Pitching the 2 Mihawks tells me I likely do have the 9 Cause Zoro in hand. Otherwise I would just be aiming to swing big, restand, swing big again with a body, but here we're just going to try to clear board, swing 5 at the Zoro. With my 3 cost Slim, if we can get rid of it now, that's perfect. And we do. And then just chip damage here, swing 6. GP especially taking so much life early, getting an extra card with the Sanji Pudding, getting an extra card with the stage. We'll likely have a lot of cards in hand at this point, so the more we can run out, the better. Here they give me a 2k counter, which is very good. I go ahead and swing 1 more 6 with my lead, still 9 Dawn up, so likely going for the Zoro play. And they give me DMG, so that's great. Looks like only 5 cards in hand now, maybe 6, but using the event early is very good for us. Here we go to end phase with 3 or more rested Lim can restand, and 2 or more rested Little Flamingos can each restand this time, so I'm very safe. If they try to pressure life, I'm at 3, I have enough counter, I have blockers, I should be okay, and then we can potentially go for game the turn after that. If it takes longer, we do run into the issue of they already have 3 big bodies, or medium to large bodies developed, and the EBO2 Luffy that rushes and then restands by taking a life could be coming. So we want to make sure the next turn we go for it, or at least are set up to protect ourselves if it does not go our way. Here they go ahead and buff the Sanji Pudding that they just played out to keep it safe. They swing a 6 to leader. Here I'm just getting confirmation on which bodies can actually swing this turn, so he'll have 2 more attacks unless he decides to go crazy and play the Namis out. I go ahead and give him a 2k counter. And he goes ahead and swing 7, I take, no problem. Swings 8. Ask him how many cards he has in hand, he still has quite a lot, but I think we can get it done. And at 2 life and 2 blockers, I'm very comfortable with that. Here, just deciding if I want to go ahead and pitch cards or take the life. I think in this case pitching is a little bit safer, low on hand size, but we have what we need on the field, and we have 2 life, 2 blockers again, so should be very comfortable. And they go ahead and pass, 6 Dawn up, so likely a combination of Thunder Bagua, Gum Gum Giant, Dead Man's Game. So we will see. We'll just maintain pressure. We have the big body Zoro out on the field already. We have multiple bodies to swing with, so should be primed to go. So here we'll want to start off with smaller pokes, swing 6, see what he gives us. Gives us a 1k for the initial swing, swing another 6. And here, depending on what happens, I don't have to use all my Dawn, but he goes ahead and takes on the 6k swing. So I decide, okay, maybe we can go for it here. Give him another 6 swing, 6 on leader once again. And he has to use Dead Man's Game, so not ideally how you'd want to be using it, but maybe he didn't have another choice. For as many cards as GP Luffy draws, it can get very bricky depending on what's in hand. So here I go ahead and swing 14 with the Zoro. When attacking, rest 1 Dawn to restand. He uses Gum Gum Giant, that gets him up to 10. So he did have it in hand, so if we can close it out here, that's very good for us, and even if not, he doesn't have it anymore. He gives us more counter. I swing another 14. And I have it. That is it. GG's.